Let's go. Albuquerque, New Mexico. I, according to tradition, am supposed to be giving you the view from Angel's Rest and a beautiful sweeping vista of the Sandia Mountains. Instead, all I can offer you is the fact that Sandia is the Spanish word for watermelon. You can kind of see a little bit. Well, you probably can't see. But there's just a tinge of watermelon color there at the Sandias. And instead of Angel's Rest, I'm obviously at the new armpit of Albuquerque, full of thrush muffler and mobile home park. The GPS says that I've got something like 338 miles to go until Denver, and I have no idea if I'm gonna make it all the way, but by hook and by crook, mostly by crook, let me tell you. I have gas, I have coffee, and I have a refrigerator. Full of things to eat. So I got that going for me. So I got stopped again a little quicker, a little longer than I thought I would. And while I'm waiting, I just thought I'd mention that I used to really love living in Albuquerque. And from what I've seen of the cute little downtown, Nob Hill, it's still all right. But God, how I regret the pit that this place has become. We had an experience sometime back over on the east side, and I'm now on the far west side, and this is just awful. Most people are surly as fuck. There's homeless everywhere. The economy seems to be based on food trucks. It's just doesn't even feel safe. There's a frickin' security guard at the fucking fast food joint, like standing out there just watching over the parking lot, because I don't believe it is safe. Another good reason to be holed up in Sandrock, I guess. Some days that doesn't quite feel as safe as it used to either, but it's nothing like this. We'll see if I can get away with a few seconds of that music without getting a copyright strike. I put it in there on purpose because I wanted to shout out a little kudos to the DJ on KUNM this evening. He put together a really nice set. That consisted of what I would call surf punk, but in addition to it being surf punk, it had slight overtones of both mariachi and theremin science fiction. Good job, dude. You got me out of the city. Felt good. All right, so those are the lights of Santa Fe down there in front of us. I am pulled over at a exit called La Cienega, chosen not quite at random. It was about the right time, and you probably know that the word cienega is important to me poetically, but it's also just under 300 miles to our destination for the evening, which turns out to be Pueblo, Colorado. Full credit and thanks to the Arvada Peach for arranging that. My plan is to take a quick break here, drive for an hour or 75 miles, allow myself another break at that point, and rinse and repeat, which should put me into a bed somewhere before 2 in the morning, and I can live with that. I still got a little coffee left and pumpkin seeds, you know. I gotta show you these things, as the bag is empty by this point, but I think it's my new go-to snack food. All right, good enough for a clip. Onward. Las Vegas, New Mexico, the prettier of the two places I know called Las Vegas. I'm pretty happy where I am in Sandrock for the short term, and I'm very happy that I have naked land where I do down there in the real Cienega. That little town, there's just nothing like it by my lights. But if I were not so blessed in places of habitation, I would really think hard about Las Vegas, New Mexico. That drive from Santa Fe up here, it is one of the nicest pieces of interstate, particularly to take in the dark, that I know of. I like the town quite a bit too. Last time I took that road, I guess 9 months ago or so, we ended up staying in Las Vegas overnight, quickly, briefly, and the moon was just outrageously full. Made the drive extra pretty, but I don't mind full dark either. It'll do. I was also here about 25 years ago, and I was thinking about an incident that happened to me at that time, and I was thinking about the connection to the question of whether I'm a simp or not. And here's what I came up with. Probably not, but I'm really stupid about women. For a smart guy, uncommonly stupid about women, that's what I think. And I'm not much brighter when it comes to money. And when those two shortcomings come together, when I'm being stupid about women at the same time that I'm being stupid about money, I can look an awful lot like a simp. I think that's all I have to say on the subject for now. One other little thing. This Volvo, I'm glad that I upgraded to it for the extra $200 or whatever it was. Mainly because it's bigger than the Kia, I think it is, that I would have otherwise gotten. But I wouldn't buy this car. Like a lot of really modern vehicles, it has one thing kind of going for it or against it. And this is probably an old guy thing, but I will say it anyway. It's too responsive. The handling feels digital. It feels like it wants to overcorrect itself all the time. And when I say too responsive, I do mean, in the classic sense, over responsive to the wheel, but also to conditions. It's over responsive to the wind. It tries to correct itself. It's over responsive to the surface of the road and its relative flatness or lack thereof. I just don't like the way that most modern cars feel in my hands. It has a couple of other annoying quirks too, but none of them are deal breakers. That handling though, it definitely is. I'll stick with my ancient pickup for the time being and try and be a little bit smarter about the money I throw at it. The women I give rides to in it. Drive it till one of us drops, I reckon. Alright. Las Vegas. 2 more stops to go before we get into a temporary bed. A rent-a-bed for the night.